Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready?
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome back to the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone, that's Cam Stewart. Cam, NFL free agency is here. There's a crazy amount of signings, and the one guy who has yet to sign is Mr. Attention Whore himself, Aaron Rodgers. How long is this guy going to drag it out for?
I don't know. The Jets owe him $49 million there, and Devontae Adams basically giving him away for free. He goes to the Rams. They lose a third-round pick. This organization's a fucking shit show, and you pick up Fields, who's basically the same as Tyrod Taylor, but throws the ball worse.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, when they signed him, I was like, might be worse than Tyrod. Like I know
I'm starting to think this. Like the thing is,
he's more athletic. Like he'll take off and get you more points.
But
on the ground.
Tyrod Taylor can at least throw a ball.
Yes.
Like when it comes to accuracy, who's a better thrower? It's non-debatable. It's Tyrod Taylor. Can Tyrod Taylor move? Yes, but Fields is just quicker. That's all it is he's quicker and a little slippery.
Fields loves the check down. He's scared to throw anything else. So that's why it's not a good match. I know Garrett Wilson was with him in college, so maybe that rekindles something. But yeah, Cam, Aaron Rodgers, apparently it's between the Vikings, the Giants, and the Steelers for who signs him, and he's going to take his time to think about things, he said.
Why don't you just retire?
I could see this guy, Cam, you know what I could see from him? Waiting till like week 8 to sign with a team with an injured quarterback. That way he can come in and be like, oh, I didn't have time to learn the playbook. You know, I'm Aaron Rodgers, so let's just do things my way. Backyard football. You run this, you run that. I'll try and win you a championship. I don't think he wants to do a training camp and OTAs.
I get yelled at for the Aaron Rodgers stuff. You're the biggest AR hater going. I'll tell you another thing though.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's
he's definitely a Hall of Famer. But the problem is he holds teams hostages. He does selfish stuff all the time. And now you're right. Everybody's making a move and he's sitting there. Well, are you in or are you fucking out?
Everyone else has signed. Yeah. What are you waiting for?
Here's the deal. The Steelers need a fucking quarterback. It's that obvious. Yeah. It's like go there. Because Minnesota, JJ McCarthy, we don't know. He could beat you out if he's ready to rock, and they might just start a kid. But here's the thing. I love this for Pittsburgh because you know what? Mike Tomlin, you think I get fired up when I'm losing by a half point? He's got DK Metcalf, who's an absolute prima donna. He's got Pickens, who's nuts. And then he's going to have AR. Honest to God, the Pittsburgh Steelers, how are you going to deal with that locker room?
I said to my buddy, if they get Rodgers, Hard Knocks, I don't care what the rules about playoff teams, they need to break their way in there and put cameras on them 24/7 because they're going to be receivers fighting over targets. Rodgers saying like, oh, I was at a retreat, darkness, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just going to, and then Mike Tomlin going, what the hell did I sign up for? It'd be a hilarious thing to get cameras on. My thing is Pickens already complains about targets with Russell Wilson and like being used. And then he fights cornerbacks down the field for no reason. Just starts throwing bombs at fans, like fighting fans. Can you imagine when Metcalf's getting the targets, what he's going to think?
Trust me. We'll get to the Seahawks later, but that's a lot of ego there. And that's bad news because Tomlin's a meat and potatoes type of coach.
Yes.
He doesn't want any drama. And that would be the team with the most drama in the National Football League. I think I don't know. You got to do something.
Then again, like it worked for them before, Cam, when they had Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Ben Roethlisberger. All that followed that team was scandals and drama. So maybe that's like the Steelers' recipe.
But that's different though, because Big Ben actually, you know what? For the most part, gave Antonio Brown the ball. He kept him involved in games.
And Bell got like 30 touches a game.
That's the thing. I'll give Big Ben credit for all of his stuff. And the guy was an animal. That guy is one of the toughest son of a bitches I've ever seen. I don't care how big he is. That guy, I watched a highlight reel of hits. And he gets up and keeps on doing it again.
He's huge.
Like you could hit Ben Roethlisberger with a car, or he'd be the guy with a car when he hits a moose driving in the.
Damn, he got in a motorcycle accident without a helmet and walked away from it.
Walked away.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know what's there. Like honestly, Ben Roethlisberger would have been like a fighter. Like imagine he had like good boxing moves or MMA moves. That guy's a fucking That guy's been hit so many times. He doesn't even. Anyway, I got a lot of respect for Big Ben. As for Rodgers, if he gets hit one more and that cold tundra in Pittsburgh party could be over, man.
I will say I do agree with people that say like the Achilles tear is a 2-year injury to get fully back. Mm-hmm. So I think Rodgers might be better this season than he was last season.
Also not getting younger.
No, and he's going to be 42 mid-season. Yeah, I don't know. I could see this, Cam. Am I wrong to say that he might just wait until week 6, 7 when someone gets hurt and sign a team so he doesn't have to go through the OTAs, the training camp, the preseason? Like, doesn't that
smart guy, Drew? Makes
like, and then he can spend all off season with all the attention on him. Like, oh, where's Rodgers going to go? And he's gonna be like, oh, I love all the cameras on me.
Pittsburgh Steelers then if he doesn't. Who?
Russell Wilson back.
No.
Well, who else? Like they have no other
He
options.
doesn't want to play. Like obviously, look at the drama that he had to go with.
I know he's
Fields.
visiting Cleveland and then visiting the Giants. Like
actually, I don't even mind him going to Cleveland with the shit show they got going on there.
It's both all these AFC North teams can't get out of their own way.
The bottom line is this: there's not quarterbacks like some of these guys. It's like it's all parallel moves. Like no guy's really better than the other guy by like a slightly like.
Well, that's why. And
younger.
if you're Rodgers, you're not going to the Giants. He's just leaving. He's using the Giants as leverage. Let's be honest. He's not spending the last years of his career in New York with the G-men losing 13 games.
Is Drew Lock still on their roster?
Yep, and so is Tommy DeVito.
What's the difference between? I would like to know. Like, how many wins is Aaron Rodgers going to give you over Drew Lock?
Okay, let's settle down. Rodgers is a lot better than Drew Lock.
Cut my mic.
Rodgers was still a top 20 quarterback last year. Drew Lock is not top 20.
Aaron Rodgers looks like you after your kid beats you, like hits you with a baseball bat while you're sitting there trying to do stuff, and he can't move and get up. Drew Lock,
he still had 28 touchdowns and 11 picks. Like he wasn't that bad.
That's not good enough. It's not.
Well, he's better than Drew Lock, Cam.
Listen, the picks he threw were key moments in games on game-winning drives.
Oh yeah, sure. He wasn't as great as the numbers say, but still.
I know Drew Lock's not that good. He played well at the end of the season when he needed.
I would still take Aaron Rodgers over 15 of the starters in the NFL.
Maybe 20. I don't know.
Exactly. So
okay. Where do you have Kyler Murray?
Below Aaron Rodgers.
I don't. No way, no how. Okay, you know what? I can't wait for the season. I hope he plays, and when he shits the bed, you can come back up to me and say, this guy's washed, dude.
I'll pick the Steelers to win the division if they sign Aaron Rodgers. Over Baltimore and Cincy.
He's not going to make it through the season, Drew.
He might. Cam, the Pittsburgh's very good at football. All he needs to score is 17 points a game for them to win 12?
That's the one thing. Their defense is impeccable.
Exactly. So I think he could be he's better than Russell Wilson. We can agree on that.
Drew, he got hit so many times last year, barely got up. It's nothing. It's not going to get better for him. I don't care what mushrooms he's taking. I don't care what.
I think the shit show in New York was different.
Grab the weed and CBD and whatever the hell you got, because you're going to need it, boy. If he gets in that with some, and know what? All those young kids don't care about the legacy of Aaron Rodgers. They want to murder him. You don't think there's guys in the league that are like, who is this guy?
I know. I'm just saying the Jets defense was atrocious, so it didn't do him any favors.
That's true. But they were on the field all the time.
Oh, fair. All right, moving on, Cam. Cooper Kupp. Apparently the Seahawks are the favorite to land him, and he's going to sign today. If he goes to Seattle, you like that fit?
Yeah, I like anybody. Right now, our second receiver is Jake Bobo.
I like Jake Bobo, Cam. I'm
going to be honest with you. I love Jake Bobo. But
exactly.
I can't come on the show and go, I think Jake Bobo is a number 2 receiver in the. Jake Bobo is a good 3rd or 4th option. He's a poor man Shakir.
No, he's not. He's not really a slot guy, is he? I thought JSN.
He can do it all. That guy. No, yeah, Drew. You hit him quick. You hit him on hitches. Jake Bobo is one of those guys. He can do a lot of things decently, not exceptionally well. But you know what? He's got good hands. Well,
you don't think Cooper Kupp's washed?
I don't care. Seattle needs me and you as receiver.
Fair.
They have Jackson Smith-Njigba and who? They picked up some guy from Cleveland who nobody even knows about. Take a look at their receiver depth chart while you're there. Just please do.
All right, I'm going to bring it up.
It is absolutely gut-wrenching.
Chart.
They lost Lockett too. He's done.
Yeah, Lockett's gone. Metcalf's gone. They got MVS, Cam.
Oh yeah, MVS. Okay.
Yeah, the guy who couldn't even stay on the Bills, the guy who got cut from the Buffalo Bills roster because he couldn't make it.
What is Valdez-Scantling going to do to help the Seahawks?
So they got Bobo and Jigba and Scantling as the top 3 receivers, with Noah Fant at tight end, who's been a bust since he's been.
Don't worry, Barner's their tight end, the kid from Michigan.
Yeah, we'll see. Sam Darnold, Cam. I know they gave him $35 million, but this isn't JJ and Jordan Addison and Aaron Jones. This is a bit different situation.
Here's the thing. Now let's talk.
Yes. Let's get Cam's unbridled thoughts about Sam Darnold.
No, I'm going to be fair. Am I scared? Yes. Can he move? No. What is Seattle's weakness? Offensive line.
Yes.
They also got a quarterback 6 years younger than Geno Smith, who apparently they got some kind of plan. And the thing is, they weren't going to win with the thing with Geno Smith.
We've said it before, they weren't winning a Super Bowl with Geno.
That's my point. And now, Drew, do you know the Seahawks have 11 draft picks? 5 in the top 92? So basically, GM John Schneider's throwing all of his fucking chips in, and he's like, here's the deal. I either smash this draft and keep my job, and some guys have to make immediate impacts, or I'm toast. All those guys that are gone are not McDonald's guys. And you know the way these guys in the NFL are. It's like hockey guys, too. They're not my guy.
My thing is, Cam, you see Washington trading for O-linemen. You see other teams trading for offensive linemen and signing O-linemen. The Seattle Seahawks have done nothing to fix their O-line yet. You can't rely on 4 rookies to come in, though.
They're going to draft O-linemen with their first 2 picks guaranteed.
But like, or the first 3. You got to trust 2 rookies to start right out the gate?
If they're fucking good, yeah, I do.
I guess you have to. I don't know. Like, if you had to guess Seattle's win total for next year, like what number makes you go over? 5.5?
Yes, that's exactly what their win total is going to be, and they'll win probably 6 games.
Okay, so you're not saying they're going to win 8 games next season?
I'm not an idiot. Well,
okay.
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, I was to say. Well, you did say
no, Drew. Sometimes we're both idiots. But here's the deal: Seattle's plan is not now, but basically in a couple years. McDonald's also just got hired as their coach. He is a league, right?
Cam, I said before last season I thought they had a chance to be one of the worst teams in the league. I remember you laughed at me.
I hit my wins over last year. I was completely
wrong. Yeah, I was completely wrong. But to me, if I'm Seattle, and you could say I'm wrong, I would have just tanked the season. Don't even sign Darnold. Like, just go with whoever. Just go get 2 wins.
Go with Sam Howell.
Yeah, who cares? Go get 2-3 wins and just rack up the draft picks. What's the point of Darnold? Like, I don't get. What's the point of the 3 extra wins?
You actually are bringing up a lot of valid points, but the thing is, Seattle thinks that if they get
I think their management thinks they're better than they are.
Not just that. They also think they can fix things with a couple moves. Hey, offensive line is everything. If you protect Sam Darnold, he can actually do certain things.
Yes.
It's all about drafting offensive linemen. I hope they go out and get one too before it's all said and done, and then draft. You're right, Drew. I almost think they need one, like the best lineman available right now. Just bite the bullet and sign him. Overpay for him.
Yeah, or go trade a 2nd-round pick to somebody for a sicko lineman. It's not that hard. All right, Cam, the next one. San Fran releases Leonard Floyd because they're opening up room to sign Joey Bosa, and Joey Bosa said, I'm not coming to play with my brother. I'm going to Buffalo. So now San Fran left at the altar with no pass rusher. Floyd now in Atlanta. San Fran, there's an exodus happening. They still haven't paid Purdy. What are you paying Purdy if you're San Fran? It's a shit show there. They're losing everyone off the roster. Now. It's just like, is he a $45-50 million quarterback to you?
No, but you know what? He's going to get it because that's what happens. When you're next in line, you get paid. I'll tell you something. You know who's laughing right now? The Rams brass. They're right now. They're on the golf course smoking cigars, having cognacs. You know, hey, Cart Girl, you want to come out and party tonight? Like these guys, look at their division. Seattle's going nowhere. Niners are getting worse. Arizona is Arizona. Rams drafted well too.
This is the fall off of San Fran. Like they were good because they had Purdy on rookie deal, and like their receiver depth chart now is Ayuk, who's hurt, Jennings, who's okay, and then Pearsall. That's it.
That's why Washington is smart doing all the things they're doing. You win on rookie deals. It is everyone knows in the NFL.
We saw the Eagles make the Super Bowl with Hurts as a rookie deal. We saw
Seattle
the Rams
with Wilson.
go off.
Purdy got deep. They should have won that Super Bowl, but they screwed up in that game against Kansas City, and Greenway got it. So look at every team that has gone deep, they're on rookie deals.
Yep. We saw Goff with the Rams too a couple years ago. Same thing. Carson Wentz and the Eagles, they did it with Nick Foles. That was because Wentz had a rookie deal. People don't realize that. That's why their team was so stacked. Yeah, Cam. I don't know. San Francisco.
I don't know, Drew. You better get a MAGA hat because all your Bills are just. Obviously, Trump's loves the Buffalo Bills. He's got a lot of dudes on that team. Man.
Cam, I don't care anything about politics.
I couldn't care. I'm just saying.
Just win football games. Just win football games.
I agree. Politics are politics.
I know. I hate
the fans are like friggin' MAGA guys on the team.
I can't cheer for Dalton Kincaid anymore. He voted for Trump. I'm like, who cares? Whoever voted for? They're football players.
Hey, if you win a fucking Super Bowl, you'll change your tune.
Yeah, and I bet you if Josh Allen said whoever he voted for, they'd be like, yeah, I agree with Josh.
Josh. He's Trump guy.
Yeah, nice guy taking a pay cut for the Bills. Not really a pay cut, but he could have got a lot more than the $55 million they gave him, and he said he didn't want to affect the cap. So yeah, nice guy. You don't see a lot of players doing that in the NFL.
Actually, before we move on, I forgot what I said. So Elam goes to Dallas, who's a horrible right.
Yeah, good. Have fun. I couldn't believe they got anything for him. I was sick.
I know. Dude, what team is fucking up more than Seattle? Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
No, honestly, Jerry Jones is we talk about this on our shows.
Don't worry, Cam. They got Javonte Williams. It's everything's solved. He's
a liar. Do you know? We had a guy, George Kurtz, on our show. Do you know they haven't paid more than average of $6 million a year for a free agent?
They haven't signed it in 10 years.
Yes, in over 10 years. He is a fucking liar. He sells a bill of goods like he cares about the team.
He
He's
pays
like
his own guys.
Teams, it's just, oh, they'll come to the game anyway. Who cares? And if they win, it's like, yay. And if they lose, he's like, money.
Oh, and he's like, I like to wait out my guys to reward them with the contracts. Yeah, Cam, you waiting for Micah Parsons. Now Myles Garrett signed for $40 million. I hope you know Micah Parsons asking for 41 now. And you waited for CeeDee Lamb, and surprise, bam. Oh, you waited for Prescott. Now he's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Seattle just picked up their rush end, Lawrence, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Jerry Jones just waits too long to pay his guys and then doesn't pay guys in free agency. It's just he doesn't know what to do with his team. He's just retired already. Just enjoy your money and just cheer for your team.
Seriously, and honestly, you like the Dallas Cowboys? Show up at games, go on your fucking yacht with all your ladies, and do whatever the hell you're going to do.
You're still the owner. Just don't be the GM.
Exactly.
Whatever. The Bills signed Josh Palmer. A lot of people hated that deal.
I think it's fine.
He was the second best receiver on the market besides Godwin.
And he also is not making that much. That's a fair deal.
$4 million, nothing. Yeah. I think he could be fine there as their 3 because it's going to be the Coleman and Shakir show. Godwin back to the Bucks. What'd you think of that? He got paid. I think that's a good fit, obviously.
Oh, it's a very good fit. And you know what? Baker Mayfield has done enough, in our opinion, to justify keeping guys around. He's a real grinder, and he deserves it. And this Tampa Bay team is never counted.
Would you rather Tampa Bay or it'll be Atlanta next season?
Atlanta will find a way to fuck it up. Probably.
You think so? Even if Penix is starting the whole season?
True. What month are we in? March?
Yeah, it's fair.
When's football start? Like, I got to think about some things for you.
Yeah, fair. I'm just asking, just because I'm based on
I love
science.
you, man. No, I'm being a jackass.
The Colts signed Daniel Jones to compete with Anthony Richardson.
I love Daniel Jones, and I will go to war for Daniel Jones.
Yeah, of course you will.
No, okay. Okay? Here, okay. This is. Who's better, Daniel Jones or Richardson?
I don't know. It depends.
Think about it.
Anthony Richardson can't hit the broadside of a barrel.
Of the football than Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones can still move. Richardson does one thing better than Jones: runs in open space, and Jones is still fast. Am I right?
Cam, I know, but like nothing's like, oh, I'm so excited we got Daniel Jones.
This offseason's been a shit show. It's like it should be called the NFL offseason. Mediocrity.
Well, that's why I thought your boys were going to trade for Kirk Cousins. Apparently, he wants out. He wants to start somewhere.
I don't want Kirk Cousins. He's coming off a fucking. You see him move last year.
Like I said, that's a 2-year injury. That's why I like the guys coming second year off of it. I think he's better than Sam Darnold.
Just let Sam Darnold get murdered, and then we can move on here.
All right. Well, Cousins will go to the Browns, and everyone will say, "Oh, he's at the Browns," or he'll go to the Giants, whatever. The Chargers signed Najee Harris. What do you think of that? You like the competition with J.K. Dobbins?
Is that what people say? Mid when those kids are like rude to their dad, like meaning who cares?
Can you guess what his longest career rush is? I saw this stat. It made me laugh.
I'm gonna think 23 yards.
It's 39. I thought it would be longer than that, but like.
No,
there's like 17 quarterbacks that have a longer career rush than Najee Harris, and this is his 5th season.
Najee Harris is an NFL football player.
Yeah,
to me, he's a backup running back.
Like he's good at getting you 3 yards. Like I'll give him that. But like you're never like, oh, there's the hole. He's gonna break it for 80.
Elusiveness. For his size, he should be more like Derrick Henry.
He's not that big, but yeah, I agree.
But he's not small.
He's like an Eddie Lacy type to me.
Good call. Eddie Lacy liked the buffet, like me.
Yes, he did.
That guy loved eating.
Devontae Adams to the Rams, Cam. They now have Puka and Devontae with Stafford back. I think the Rams, like you said, are dangerous. Like they're probably, if you had to pick top 5 teams in the league to win the Super Bowl odds right now, Rams are up there, right?
I bet Rams futures right now.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, and who are you taking in fantasy? Who are you taking, Devontae or Puka?
Puka. He gets more catches in a half PPR. He gets a million balls, Drew.
I'm seeing a lot of people saying Devontae like third best receiver.
We're not a lot of people.
I know. I agree with you. I think Puka's the guy. Whenever I saw him, I'm like, I know Devontae's good, but like Puka's Stafford's boy, and like Stafford loves locking in on one guy. I mean,
he's
Devontae
open like 7-11. How many? Like, what is this, Drew? Remember that one game? It was like 17 targets, 13
I know, it's
catches.
crazy.
Like the guy's like that was what Smith-Njigba was doing for Seattle. He's always open.
Yeah, it's insane. Geno Smith to the Raiders, Cam. Back with Pete Carroll.
I miss Geno. I miss Geno already.
Yeah, you going to be betting on the Raiders football team?
I'm going to be honest with you. I really want the Raiders to do well. Like I know. I just know what I want. They've always given. Kansas
you went from
City,
hating Pete Carroll to now you like him.
I've never hated Pete Carroll.
Oh, I don't know. That last year, Cam, on here, you were like,
Pete
Carroll needs to be fired.
I've never said, no, Drew, that's not true. I said I never hated Pete Carroll. I said he's not a great coach.
You said he needed to be fired.
He's a motivator. Yes, I don't think I know what he's good at. Rah, rah, rah. And what do the Raiders need? Excitement. Pete's your guy. He's not a regular senior citizen.
You think Pete's like the regular seniors is playing the slots and now that he's in Vegas? You think he's just sitting there going like bam, bam,
no,
bam,
I think he's out fucking running laps.
Yeah,
he's true. Like those guys on Seinfeld. Mandelbaum. Pete Carroll's an animal. He's like 20 years younger. He is the new Jack LaLanne who used to pull boats.
Who the fuck is Jack LaLanne?
Oh, God.
I'm going to Google it now. Jack LaLanne.
He's a famous old guy that swam across the English Channel. He's like
he died in 2011.
Yeah, but he was known as like the oldest, toughest like Iron Man guy. He's like fitness guru.
Jack LaLanne, the godfather of fitness. I don't know.
You learn something new every day, Drew.
Was he? Who's the body break guy? That's my
Hal Johnson.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Oh, he was, dude. That guy almost beat me up when I did off the record. I said something like Hal Johnson didn't like me very much. It was
what
really
did you
weird.
say?
Nothing. He just didn't like me. It was weird because I usually go into places and I want to hug it out with people. That guy, I don't know, man. He had a real. He was.
Maybe it's because like he's like only likes people that are in shape, and you just offended.
Yeah,
him.
I was really fat back then. That's a good point.
Body
break.
Richard
Joanne
Simmons.
McLeod. Are they still together?
Yeah, it's the wrong guy. I haven't seen Body Break. When was
anyway,
the last time
I bring back Body Break and Hal. Maybe I can go, hey Hal, I've lost some weight. I'm not the big fat slug that you remember.
Fair. Okay, last thing, Cam, before we move on. DK Metcalf to the Steelers. I know we touched on it a little bit. How'd you feel about that trade?
I'll tell you one thing. Who's ever throwing them the damn ball? You got Pickens and Metcalf there. Your fade pattern in the end zone with those guys long and lean with their arm span and wingspan. Drew, that's one thing. They're going to be that's the one. What is Pittsburgh Air Problems doing? Scoring touchdowns with those guys. You put up the ball, they get it. It's actually, they're brilliant. They have big, tall receivers that are going to box guys out.
That's true. It's just like, if you're Seattle, like, why would you move him for that? Like,
because
I feel like
he didn't want to be there anymore.
Fair. Well, did you see? He said he wanted to go somewhere warm, and they sent him to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. I think these guys are full of shit. Like, oh, trade me. Oh, you want to give me that much money? Okay, I'll stay. Or I want to go somewhere warm. Oh, Pittsburgh wants to pay me? Okay, I'll go to Pittsburgh.
Money talks, bullshit walks. You know what? You go anywhere, it gives you the biggest contract, rain or snow, sunshine. No, he did go to Old Miss. He'd probably, where DK Metcalf, like, imagine him on a hot weather team. Like, where would he be good?
Dallas?
Yes.
I think he should have
gone. How about even Atlanta?
Drake London's the more of the guy there.
But they don't utilize Pitts or these other guys.
Honestly, like the Chargers could have used him. Like
fucking even Tampa Bay's got a couple old receivers. Imagine DK Metcalf.
A lot of teams could use them that aren't the Pittsburgh Steelers, but Pittsburgh wanted to pay up for him. All right, Cam, let's get to questions quickly before we move on to the golf picks. I know the golf tournament's currently going, but we can give you some live picks.
Sure.
Maybe some hockey tonight. First one from Torres. Just want to get together. He says, Drew's takes are always so wrong. You know what? When it comes to food and music, Cam probably agrees with you. But
you didn't know who Jack fucking LaLanne was, so. But that's
I don't think that's an egregious thing.
I bet. How old are you, Drew?
34.
I will gonna ask 50 random 34-year-olds who Jack LaLanne is. How many? No, I almost want to do a test to see if you're like. If it is what it is, like I think
I bet you it's 5%.
I'm thinking 50.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy died just after I graduated high school.
People read though. You're great at fantasy hockey. You're great at editing. You're great at doing a show.
Who's reading about a fitness guy? Like
you don't like. The thing is, if it's not like. You don't even know fucking bands. Like, you don't even know, like, you're like, ooh, Led Zeppelin, Iron Butterfly. Like, you don't know any classic rock or anything. Like,
well, I know a little bit of classic rock, but a lot of the guys you say, and you actors you name, you referenced stuff too long ago. Like,
you're right. So that's why
Gilligan's Island and shit that no one
So
watched.
I'm Pete Carroll in this relationship, and you're the young buck. Is that it?
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. No, you're Jerry Jones. I'm your son.
I'm Jerry Jones. Get on my yacht, ladies. Yeah, here we go. You know, Jerry should stay on his boat. He'd be a lot happier.
100%.
Like, why are you torturing yourself watching this fucking football team play? Just go and party. Like, do it before you die. If I had that kind of money, you know what I'd do every fucking day? I'd wake up, golf, and drink, and go watch horses.
I'd be doing everything on my bucket list, Cam, like going to every country in the world. Like, look at James Cameron going down Marianas Trench. There's no reason for him to do that. He's just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm old. I
wouldn't fly like to Australia or anything like that because it takes a day. But I would do everything that.
I mean, you're in a private jet. It's not like it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's a good call. I'd be like John Madden and go like anywhere I wanted to in my like super bus. that had like a hot tub in it and all sorts of other shit.
I don't think you're traveling in a super bus if you're Jerry Jones. I think you could probably have a hot tub in your private jet.
I'm talking about me if I had money. Like I
know.
That's
I'm
what
saying
I would do.
I would rather a jet than a bus.
I would too. Drew. I hate
all right,
flying though.
next one from Shane. Cam, who's your bet to win Super Bowl 60 as of today?
The Rams.
Really? Rams over Bills?
I don't know. Like, who do you think?
I'm thinking.
I'm not going Kansas City. I'm not going Buffalo because they'll fuck it up. I'm not going to go. Okay, NFC team.
Okay,
Washington?
if Aaron Rodgers goes to Minnesota,
how about Detroit? Is Detroit going to ever do it?
No, I just don't see it.
No, they're gagged.
I think if Aaron Rodgers goes to Minnesota, I'm picking the Vikings to win the Super Bowl.
Fair enough. Aaron Rodgers.
That's it. And I like the Steelers in the AFC right now.
That's a disgrace.
Cam, what's your favorite frozen snack from Stan?
Can I freeze? It's frozen chocolate bars. I freeze chocolate.
A
frozen snack. Okay, like
are you a drumstick guy or?
Oh, yes. And I buy mini drumsticks.
That's a terrible move. Rookie move.
I got diabetes, fuck stick. Okay,
Oh,
I got half the sugar. Okay, and I like the ones with the. I know peanuts, they're dirty, but I have a bowl underneath, and then you can eat the peanuts on top. The Simply Dipped is nice. I don't know how you feel about vanilla versus caramel or the fusion of vanilla and caramel.
I like when it's got like the chocolate
drumsticks
in the middle of it or whatever.
My favorite frozen snack is pralines and cream Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, so you like the expensive stuff. You like the $10 for the
When Haagen-Dazs is on
tub.
for $4.99, I literally will not walk out with less than 5 tubs.
That's crazy, and they're not even big.
I give 2 or 3 to my girlfriend so she can have them.
Fair. I'm a big Candy King Crackle guy. I don't know if anyone knows what that is.
That ice cream sucks. You know, that's more than a loser rookie move. That shit's for like fucking toddlers.
It's
man.
delicious. It's delicious. I love peppermint or like mint ice cream at all, Cam. Anything like that.
That's like my girl. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's my least favorite ice cream is chocolate mint. Me and you have the opposite palate. Like on lot of stuff. The only thing we agree on is
I'm sophisticated. You're still eating chicken nuggets. That's the way it works.
Yeah, you're sophisticated with candy cane crackle ice cream. Next question.
Where will Rodgers go? Cam thinks he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he doesn't like watching him. What's his thoughts on that?
Oh, I still think Rodgers Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh? All right, fair.
Well, what do you think? You think Minnesota, which is another good bet.
I'm saying if he goes to Minnesota, I think they win the Super Bowl. I don't know if I think he's going to go there. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, do we have Wyndham Clark? He almost put one in the water. Thank God.
Oh, well, I do have Wyndham Clark.
Me too.
Next one from Kevin. Cam, I'm glad your procedure went well. Can't wait for the next show.
Thanks.
Any other crazy things you've gone through in your life like that?
Had my hernia out. They put that tube in my penis. I will admit that gel.
What's hernia surgery like?
They basically cut you open. I had a golf ball living in me. Like it was actually the size of almost a peach.
Did they put you to sleep for that?
No, they kept me awake so I could see a hacksaw going through my fucking guts. Yes.
I don't know.
And then for the other,
I also don't know where your hernia was.
They put cool. You don't even know what a hernia is. Oh
I just said I don't know where it was. They can be all over your body.
It's right in your belly button, Drew. I'll show you the scar.
Oh, so you had one in
day,
your
but they
stomach.
did a really good job. By the way, that the cooling sensation they put on my nuts for that other surgery was fantastic. I wish they'd sell it at Shoppers Drug Mart because it's amazing.
Did they stick the needle in to do it? Or
yeah, and they cool your boys down there. Like I'm telling you, they go freezer cold. And then
fair.
Thank you for asking, guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you because I thought I'm not doing too good. Next.
When I cut open my arm, I had to get like 83 stitches, and they put the
83 stitches.
Yeah, Cam.
That's a lot.
I fell out of a tree, and as I was falling, the tree branch stuck in my arm and jammed up, and like tore my tricep right out of my arm. So there was nothing for them to stick the freezing needle in. There's like this weird like gel that they put inside of your body if it's like open wound, and it froze everything. It was crazy. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing.
It worked.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
You know what the worst is though, Drew? My first procedure, they thought I had skin cancer in my like the thinnest of skin by my ankle. I'm at Queensway Hospital. This guy puts me under. I wake up in the middle of it and watching him put a bone saw through my I almost like it was like a horror movie. I go
like an automatic bone saw, like power.
Like he didn't give like they're tearing out the brown mark. They wasn't sure if it was cancer, but they had to remove it. So the worst is I wake up in the middle of the fucking surgery and the guy had to give me another dose. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, don't you like that's what is it? Where I get this guy? No offense, at Humber. Like I'm getting the guy's right out of school. Like
The anesthesiologist, that guy's probably the highest paid guy in that room too.
And don't you measure by weight, numbnuts? Like, you got to give me enough to knock me out. I can't wake up in the middle of a procedure.
To be fair, young Cam's tolerance is probably higher than most average people.
It's a good point, but not anymore. But like back in the
no,
day.
But I'm saying younger Cam, so they're probably like, "Holy shit, this guy needs as much as a horse or something." Like they might have been like,
I needed the horse level, and they gave me the regular human level, and it was not good.
Yeah, exactly. Next one, Cam. Summertime vacation golf trip. Me and the boys looking for a city to go to. Which one should we pick? This is from Jace.
Well, I'm not traveling in the States with our dollar and what's going on with Tom Tariff. Probably, wouldn't you like that one, Drew?
I'm going to Myrtle Beach in August for a golf trip. So,
well, I don't have. I'm not loaded like Drew. Like Drew's he's a successful
driving a car.
Individual.
I'm not even flying there.
When you say though in Canada, like East Coast, like Newfoundland, like all those beautiful golf courses on the rock. I go
even
East Coast again.
Can't go west like Whistler and stuff. They got some good deals where you can get like a cabin and some courses.
Kelowna is like the best golf place going. They got wine and like that. You know what? That's where Rich Gabe told me, he's like, Mr. Bunting. Like those guys were doing like a stag for somebody in Kelowna. That is like the best place ever. It's got golf, wine, best restaurants. It's gorgeous.
I did the Canmore golf trip with my buddies. That was
Canmore's
fun too.
Beautiful too.
Out in Calgary, yeah. You get the mountaintops, and you get like those holes where you're hitting 300 yards down a mountain, so your ball just goes woo.
I like that. That Banff Canmore, can't beat that area.
Oh yeah, dude, the Banff National Golf Course was amazing. It was like $280 each, but it was worth it. Just to say you got to play alongside the mountains. All right, let's move on to some golf picks, Cam. Live tournament right now. Players Championship. I know 14 of the last 16 winners were AM PM starters, so likely the winner is teed off right now, Cam, already. Usually the winner does not come out of the afternoon on the first day. Matsuyama was one of our picks, both of us, and he's shit in the bed. But who are
you know what? He's actually trying to grind back. What is he now? Where is he? He's 5 over. No,
yeah,
okay.
Okay. He's shit in the bed.
Here are my picks for the tournament that I put on the show. You guys can bet them live. Just let me find them here. Here's what we have. Drew's on a few of them too. I think we have a couple of the same picks, right, Drew?
All right.
Don't we have? We both have Wyndham Clark, correct?
Yep, and he's currently still 35-1 for and he's T2. So
I think that's a good pick. I think that's okay. Here are my picks. Justin Thomas, 28. Matsuyama, put an X through him. He was one of my picks. Fleetwood, 35. Berger, 65. Clark, 65. And Max Gracerman, 125. Top 10, Aberg, plus 170. Morikawa, top 10, plus 160. Top 20, Xander Schauffele, plus 120. Aaron Rye, plus 200. I also have a sprinkle on him to win. And the little lefty that could from Georgia, Brian Harmon, 3-1 for a top 20. And props, Drew. Will there be a hole-in-one on the water hole on 17? Yes, plus 145. And
what day is the pin at the front where it can roll down the hill?
Yeah.
Is that Friday?
Yeah.
That's when it's going to happen.
Also, Drew, there is a prop over 52.5 water balls at 17. Over.
Ooh.
You can't bet that. Maybe you can get a live line, but you can't get it because the tournament just started.
I don't know. Cam, I like Sahith Theegala for top 5 at 25-1. He's currently T34. Justin Thomas, I'm just looking now, Cam. He's shit the bed. He's plus 3 now. He's 56th.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
No, that guy, maybe he's right about our shit golf.
He just had a triple bogey on 9.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yep. He went bogey triple on 8 and 9. Perfect.
So I have Matsuyama and Thomas. So now, go Berger, go Clark, go Tommy.
Yeah, so I'm hoping for Aberg, Wyndham Clark, and Keegan Bradley. Those are my guys left. So if you want to follow them around, Keegan Bradley's an afternoon start. I liked his Sunday last week, and I like picking guys that are hot. I know some people are like, who cares? It's different tournaments. But I'm like, I like guys that are rolling in with confidence.
Keegan Bradley is just very good at what he does.
Yeah, the issue is he's not consistent. He'll be like, plus 7, 4 under, plus
Tommy
8.
Fleetwood's 30-1 live. I already got him there. I like that. Keegan Bradley's 50 right now, Drew. I like that.
Yeah, and he hasn't teed off yet.
And that's about it. Yeah, and my 2 other guys, Thomas and Matsuyama, can go jump in the lake.
What about Ricky Fowler, 110-1?
No thanks. Don't want
him.
Nope.
You're not a Fowler guy? I thought you loved Fowler.
I do like him, but does he ever win? The answer is no.
And then
even though he's won the Players before.
Siwoo Kim at 60-1. I don't mind that either.
He's great at this tournament, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. The afternoon guys never win, so that's why I'm second guessing that. You want to get a guy who's live right now, so Wyndham Clark.
4 rounds, so don't worry about the afternoon guys.
But Cam, 14 of the last 16 winners teed off in the morning on Thursday.
I understand that. Also, the weekend is going to be very, very windy. Take a look at guys with low boring ball flight, guys like from Texas and like stuff. That's another problem. Scotty Scheffler, like he can hit a low ball if he wants to, and that's not good for the field.
Your boy Bo Hostler off to 200.
Bo Hostler is the biggest fucking Thursday warrior in the history of golf.
I was gonna say he's T1, but he's 90-1 still.
Yeah.
The guy who's currently in first at 3 under through 13, Vince Whaley.
Oh, the butler, Vince Whaley.
He's 200-1 and he's in first.
Don't worry about Vince Whaley.
You think he falls off?
If Vince Whaley wins, well, what do you want me to do? Be your butler? Change your kids' diapers? Like, I don't know. If Vince Whaley wins the Players, what do I do?
I might throw a toonie on him now just because you said that. Just because I don't want to miss out on a 201
Obviously, one of the viewers thinks our golf picks are shit, even though I had Russell Henley the week after he won, and all the top 10s and 20s were pretty good.
Fair. All right. Let's move on to the hockey picks tonight, Cam. Let's do a parlay for everybody just because they love when they tail our parlays. We're going to pick every game on the slate, throw a $5 on it, and see what happens. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Bruins Sens. I kind of like the Bruins.
They're playing better. I like the Sens. You want Bruins plus 1.5?
It's Bruins. Yeah, let's do Bruins plus 1.5, minus 160.
We'll go in the middle. Done. Leafs.
Leafs Panthers.
Leafs.
Really? You don't believe in the Brad Marchand curse? Okay, that's fine.
Give a fuck.
Leafs plus money at home. I like it. Blues Penguins. I think Blues are fighting for a playoff spot.
I like the Blues.
Yeah. Tampa Bay Philly.
Can I pass or no? Who do you like? I'll let you pick this game.
I'll go Tampa. I don't trust you.
Tampa's fine.
Vegas Columbus. I kind of like Columbus.
So do I.
Are we crazy?
No, did Vegas lose their last game on that East Coast road trip? They did. Yeah. Didn't they lose to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Can we
All right, let's go Columbus plus 1.5 at home.
Okay.
Oilers Devils.
You pick. Devils.
Nah,
Oilers,
really?
Are they ever going to win?
Devils are just not great right now, Cam. Like Washington just put up a 7 spot on them.
Have you seen the Oilers play hockey?
I know, but this game might be 8-7. Like it's just
over 5.5.
All right, that's
Is that a trick? Like that line should be 6.5. Are we?
It's 6 right now. I got it live. It's 6
on FanDuel. It's one of my books. He's 5.5.
All right, Rangers Wild. I like the Rangers. I think.
Okay, Rangers. Yeah.
Or I like the under 5.5 if we're doing anything.
I kind of like the under too.
Okay, let's do under. Chicago San Jose.
You pick.
I'm gonna go Blackhawks because they've been rolling since they traded all their guys.
I love SJ Sharkey though. What about the over?
All right, let's go San Jose Sharky. That's fine. I'm fine with SJ Sharky.
Okay.
And then Capitals or Kings?
Kings.
Okay, so this is a 200-1 parlay. It's Bruins plus 1.5, Leafs, Blues, Lightning, Columbus plus 1.5, over 6 in Devils, Oilers, under 5.5 in Wild Rangers, Sharky, and Kings.
If this thing goes if we get 2 games or 1 game wrong, I'm gonna fucking snap.
I mean,
Especially
$5
if it's games we discuss.
With the boost, $5 to win 1,200.
I can't play right now, Drew. So can you send me that as usual? See, I bust your balls about not knowing Jack LaLanne, but you're very good with tech.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just put $10 on it, and then if it wins, I'm
going to put $10 on it too.
Okay, there enough. Then maybe I'll put 20 on it then for it. Yeah, if that hits, then everyone celebrate in the comments. But Cam, any final words for our audience before we get out of here for this week? March Madness is coming.
March Madness. We'll do a big March Madness show coming up. Conference tournaments have been fantastic. The question is, I'll tell you something, Drew. I've never said this before in years. The Duke Blue Devils are the best team in college basketball.
You actually like Duke this year? You never liked Duke.
Oh no, I don't. I don't like the school. I don't like what. But I'm telling you, they are absolute machines this year. But they're only 3.5 plus 350 to win it all. We got to find some value.
They also gag a lot though in the tournament, in the final.
Not this team. They're different now. New coach, new attitude, new players. Cooper Flagg, he's going to the NBA.
I don't like picking the favorites.
No, we won't. I'm just telling you, don't be surprised if Duke, out of the people like Auburn, Duke's better than Auburn. They are.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll get a 15-20 to 1. We'll find a sleeper. We'll find something.
All right. So any hot teams for people to bet on right now leading into the tournament?
The thing is, you don't want to bet a lot of hot teams. You get that time off. So we'll wait till Selection Sunday. The conference tournaments are going on now. Who did I like to win the conference tournament? I made a couple of bets. I bet Yale to win the Ivy League. I bet Merrimack Yeah, like I'm digging deep, Drew. Like you want to talk like this is like kids like field lacrosse right now. Like I got some weird teams.
You're betting on schools no one's heard of.
Yeah, schools that no one's heard of, and I'll give you one more basketball. You know what? Let's get it. Okay, the SEC is so good. Every team's good, so we can find somebody with a good price. I think we can find somebody. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, Duke is plus 330 to win it all already, Drew.
That's crazy. That's
so
not worth any money.
Minus 160 to make the Final Four. Give me the Florida Gators to win the SEC tournament.
All right, you heard it here.
Ooh, Aaron Ryan Ginger's doing well with Hoagie Sandwich and the Butler. Clark's 2 under. All
right, let's get this out there before our guys start blowing it.
And by the time we put it out there, Clark 5 over, like Thomas
exactly.
and Matt. I'm going to be honest with you, Drew. I've given Justin Thomas, like, he's one of those guys. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with this guy. Like, is he ever going to get it back? Like, it's a problem now. Like, this guy starts tournaments. He's like turning into Rory. 3 under, 3 over. Like, he used to be the best, like the toughest grinder, the best ball striker. What the fuck is going on?
I don't get it. It makes no sense.
He's 3 over. Aberg's 1 over. Dude, we got issues
problems
right now.
We got problems. All right, Cam. Last thing before we get out here, Zach Werenski, good bet for the Norris, plus 180. Speaking of the guys of the NHL, they like him to win this award over Cale Makar, and he's currently plus money. Makar is minus 200.
I love Werenski. He's one of my favorite players.
It should be reversed. So while it's still plus 200, you can get on that. That's a
good pick, Drew. I like it.
For me. All right.
By the way, your Colorado Avalanche losing in a shootout cost me about a nice $800 parlay, but that's life.
Ooh.
I couldn't hedge out either. Once it went right when I was going to do it because I had to wait for another game, the locks came up, and when the locks come up, I'm
worst.
Like, stupid lock. I almost want to do like I got to start doing, Drew. We'll do this like, say we're doing a parlay. We bet every game at 1 for football, and then we have 1 4:00 game, and if we win them all, we just go get on both sides.
Yeah.
That's the bet. Like I'm so sick and tired of being stuck.
The issue is, Cam, I'm the king of like betting everything in my bankroll, and then I don't have the money to hedge it out yet. I'm like, God damn it, I got to cash something out to get more.
Have you met me?
Yeah,
I should have an ATM in my house. Like I'll do live golf bets and go, what the hell am I doing? I got no money. Like and then I need to get on a guy like for first round leader because my guy's there. I sometimes have to like get in my car, go to Shoppers Drug Mart, get like one of those bet
get
slips,
the vanilla
like
MasterCard
card. Yeah. Like I'm just an absolute stooge.
All right, that does it for today's show. Please click like, please click subscribe, please rate and review on all audio platforms. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite pick for this weekend is, what your favorite hockey picks are, what you think of Aaron Rodgers, where he's going to sign, and what you think of the Bills and Seahawks to keep the conversation going. And of course, leave your questions for Cam below. But that does it, and we will see you next week on the Drew and Stu podcast. Thanks, everybody.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live